Come closer, check out this awesome articulated mammoth I made at the Auaha Makerspace. Watch the rest of the tutorial to find out how. All right, there's a few things we're going to need for this project. Starting with, we need a computer that has Bamboo Studio. This is a free software, so you can download it at home if you like. We're also going to need a 3D printer. We've got a couple here, so that's going to be fine. And lastly, we're going to need some filament. So this is some PLA filament that we'll be using today. We're going to start with an STL file. This is a 3D model, which you can either create yourself or you can download from the internet from places like Thingiverse. In this case, I've designed this model myself, and I'm going to bring that into my Bamboo Studio. Let's go. Let's click on this green icon down here to open Bamboo Studio. You'll see the home page right here. We're just going to click on Prepare and simply drag in our STL file, like so. You can see I have my mammoth on the build plate. Slicing a 3D print is all about turning it into little layers that our 3D printers can print one at a time. Before we do that, we need to make sure we've selected the correct printer. In this case, we're using the P1S, which is the printer here at Central Library. You could also use the X1 Carbon if you're using our Rototuna library. Now, we also need to check our nozzle diameter, which is 0.4, and make sure we're using the correct type of filament. In this case, we're using generic PLA. At this point, we are ready to click Slice and see how our printer would break this down into layers. Here we go. You can see all of these layers. And you can also see we've got a little warning message. We'll talk about that next. This is a very typical warning. It's basically telling us that there's parts of this model that are overhanging into empty space, and if we were to try and print these, it would collapse. So very easy to fix. All we're going to do is come over to the left, choose Support, and enable supports. I'm going with tree supports as these ones are easy to remove. If we slice the plate again, you'll now see we have these green supports that have been added. These are easy to remove and we can just recycle them at the end. Over here in this top right box, you can see a whole lot of useful information. I'm going to draw your attention to the most useful. For example, total filament you can see is 60.06 grams. You can also see the total print time is 2 hours and 46 minutes. Our 3D printer is finished with its mahi, so let's open the door and see how it looks. Pop it off the build plate, and there we have it, our articulated 3D printed mammoth. Thank you for watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you at the Auaha Makerspace sometime soon.